Hey guys, it's Hannah here, and today we are going to be going through the products that I was using in the month of February. So let's get into it. Primers. I had two. The NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer and the Hello Fab Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. Didn't get around to using this one. Didn't end up wearing a lot of makeup in February. That's the month this is. Only like 5 or 6 times. So I honestly think this will be finished. I'm filming this on the 27th, so tomorrow is the last day of Feb. I will use this, and I think that's going to be gone. But I didn't get around to the Hello Fab. Foundations. Giorgio Armani Power Fabric and Too Faced Peach Perfect. If you guys have watched me for any length of time, you know the Peach Perfect foundation is basically my holy grail foundation. It's the one I chose to wear today. It's just the perfect medium coverage, long wear matte foundation for me. Pretty sure they're discontinuing it. I have a backup. I think I have 2 backups. I don't know. No, I think I only have 1 backup. I have 2 backups of powder. But I really love this foundation. The Giorgio Armani is beautiful. It sits so well on the skin. I love the finish it gives. It's still that matte, long wearing foundation. A little bit more, can be built up to a little bit more of a higher coverage than the Too Faced. And it's just fantastic. Love it. And for the price tag, I'd hope so. Benefit Buoying Brightening Concealer. You guys know this is my holy grail corrector. Yeah, I love this stuff. I did go through with a lot of favourites this month. But yeah, slowly working away at it. The amount of product you get in here is just unbeatable. It's very similar to the Bobbi Brown correctors, but you just get so much more product. This one's way more worth it in my opinion. And for concealer, we had the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And beautiful, love it a lot, particularly under the eyes. A little bit brightening. I have the shade Swan, which is, and I have the Snow shade in the foundation. I actually think Snow is lighter than Swan. I can't remember. But this is perfect. Love it. Under the eyes, it's a really good coverage. Smoothing, fantastic. For powder, this was a new one to me, the Beauty Bakery Flour Baking Setting Powder. This is gorgeous. If you like a matte finish, matte look to your skin, this is a really beautiful powder that just sets everything in place. Gives you really a lot of smoothness to the skin. It just is beautiful. I'm really thankful to my friend Maggie who sent this to me. I love it. For bronzer, the Becca Bronze Bondi Little Baby Man. It's really nice. Bronzes me up nice and well. It's a little tiny pan, but I think even this will last me forever. Really nice. But Becca's going out of business, so I've always thought about purchasing one of these Becca bronzers, and I might, if they go on deep discount, I might pick up one of the bronzers and Vanilla Quartz highlighter when they go on deep discount, when they're clearing stock out. But yeah, I might do that because I really like this. But that's probably not the colour I would get because it's a bit reddy. I'd probably get a different colour. Blushes. What I have on today is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Cheek to Chic blush, and when I bought this I was slightly disappointed because it's an all shimmer blush, and it just was not what I was expecting. However, I actually really like this on the cheeks. Do I think the center color does anything? No, the center color really doesn't do anything. It's not bright enough to be a highlight. It's very it's not shimmery enough to be a highlighter. It is the same color as my skin, so it doesn't give me the lifted look even without the shine. It really works if I just want to tone down the blush color, but the outside blush color is kind of perfect on me. So I guess when I'm my fairest, not that I get much sun anyway, but in the middle of winter I may like to mix them together, but I kind of just stick to the outer circle and find that's good for me to give me enough color and that little bit of glow without being too shimmery. Again, I had kind of glow with all my blushes this month. The M Cosmetics Magic Hour Heaven's Glow Blush. They've just come out with the shade Venetian Rose, and I want it because the Venetian... If there was Hannah in a colour, the M Cosmetics Venetian Rose would be that colour. So this is a little bit, I don't know, I feel like they look really similar, but this has a little bit of peachiness to it. It's just a gorgeous, again, fresh, glowy cheek. It's gorgeous. The baked formula, fantastic. I really enjoy it. It would last forever. And then the Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo in Soft Peach. I do think that this is not the best blush formula out there, particularly on the matte side. It can get a little bit patchy, but I find when I go over it with the shimmery side very softly, it does diffuse together really well. And for someone who's not a massive peach person, this is actually a really good colour. I really like the colour of this. And again, I think it's that little bit of pinkiness in the metallic side blended with the matte that gives me the colour I really enjoy. Highlighters, the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Petal Peach Glow. I love this formula. If you like a really high shine highlighter, go for a baked gelée formula, because both of my highlighters were that. So we've got the Peachy Gelato Swirl and then MAC's Double Gleam, which is their Extra Dimension, which is also a baked gelée, and they just blend into the skin really well and give you that real wet sheen. And I think that's just what I love. It gives you that glow without, giving you the glitter, even though they're so high shine. I love them so much. So much. Yeah, probably, my favorite formula of highlighters is a good old baked baked gelée formula. Let's move on to the eyes. The eye base I was using is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Light One Chantilly. I really like this, just kind of creasing up as an eye primer. It holds on well. It brightens up under the brow for me, and it's quite nice. It doesn't work for concealer on me because the colour's too light. But yes. And then the cream eye base I was working with is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Marie Antoinette. I believe this is one of the shades that got renamed. I think it's Oyster Pearl now, if I am remembering correctly, because she no longer had the rights to the names that she was using. So they got renamed by their colours. And I have to say that one of my favourite looks that I did this month was this cream shadow, because the Auric by Samantha Ravndal came out, and of course I wanted the eye things that are like these Tom Ford ones. This is the cream and powder eye colour in Young Adonais, and I do actually want to swatch this next to it to just show how not particularly different these are from each other. The Tom Ford cream is more metallic than the Charlotte Tilbury, but they're basically the same colour. And then the Tom Ford powder is the really well pressed, kind of real hard to get up, glittery top coat kind of thing. And it can be a pain to apply, but when you have it on, it just gives you that real high shine, but like sophisticated glittery beautifulness. But what I found is with the Charlotte Tilbury and the MAC Sparktacular Extra Dimension eyeshadow from the Christmas collection, which is a little bit more of a like champagne-y colour than the Tom Ford glitter. So that's Marie Antoinette on its own, and that's with MAC Sparktacular over the top. So it just gives you a more champagne-y version of something like this. And it was just I think that was probably one of my favourite looks that I did. Realising that combination gave me such a similar effect to the Tom Ford. And the Auric by Samantha Ravndal, so I don't need to get that. So those two products are really nice. And then I had the Tarte Chrome Paint Pot in Sun Drenched. This is just really yellow. I picked this one because it, like, and when you look at it through the base, it explains how it has that pinky base to it, and I just don't see it. I just see a very yellow gold, and for me, that's just not the kind of gold that I reach for, is that real yellow gold. And this is more just your metallic pot rather than the glitterily beautiful ones that I rave about. So I don't think this would be something that would pass my next declutter. Eyeshadows. I tried this out in my February Get Ready With Me. This is the Marc Jacobs Cheerific palette. Definitely would have been better to do that this palette this month, now that we're getting into autumn and I'm at my Give Me Burgundy, well, not quite. Probably by April I'll be at my Give Me Burgundy every day thing. But this palette was really nice. I was really worried about it because after I purchased it, all the reviews started coming in that it wasn't great. And honestly, I don't think it's terrible. This white colour is pretty trash, but you can work with it. It's just like a glittery thing. But everything else worked really nicely, particularly for this colour. Story. Burgundies are not the greatest to formulate. They can get a little bit patchy. But these ones worked out quite nicely, so I'm not disappointed in this, like I was worried about. Then we have the M Cosmetics Divine Skies eyeshadow palette in Magic Hour again. So I really like the formula of this palette, but I do have one complaint. This top shade here looks to be like a taupey kind of pinky bronze colour. But on the eye, it literally just comes off this orangey copper colour. And I was so looking forward to the taupiness that it looks like. Like it looks like this really gorgeous taupiness. And then I put it on my eye and it's like orange. I'm like, and when you compare it to the pinky peachy with a gold reflect, I understand this is a 6-pen palette that gives you a very similar look. But I think that there just would have been a lot more diversity in the palette. And if this was just that little bit more taupey, bronzy, than fully copper. Because it looks copper on the skin, but it doesn't look copper in the pan. But the formula is beautiful. They blend beautifully. That is my one thing about this palette. I'm not going to get rid of it over it. But that's just my 2 cents on that. And then the palette that had my heart for most of the month, Natasha Denona Glam. This is the first of the bigger, so I purchased one Natasha Denona 5-pen palette, and then I've gotten 2 in my, one in a Cult Beauty bag, and then I got one in a Beautylish Lucky bag. So this is the first of the bigger palettes that I've purchased myself, and it is absolutely stunning. So there are only 5 mattes in here, and this creamy shade here actually pulls quite grey tone, so I cannot actually use it to set my primer because it deepens up and actually turns quite grey. But it actually works quite nicely to blend this second crease shade out a little bit through the transition. I have used mostly these 2 mattes here, the crease and the blend and smoke shade. I have those on today. I have this one, this center eyelid on the center of my eyelid. And then in the inner corners I have center eyelid and brow bone. And then on the very inner corner I have the inner corner shade. That's but I have used most of the shades in this palette. The only one I haven't used are these 2 outer lid shades. I did use this one. I haven't used these 2, which are kind of your more silvery, smoky eye shades, because, oh, and I haven't used this one, this silvery one, because again, not quite it's summer. It's not quite the silvery grey smoky eye kind of time, but very glad that I purchased this. Eyeliners. So we had the Esom dual eye pencil in platinum and black. No. If I'm wearing a black eyeliner, it needs to not move. This was atrocious, and the platinum didn't actually show up on me, so that is a no for me. Go for the burgundy and aubergine that I had last time. Not burgundy and aubergine. Aubergine and rosé. The rosé actually showed up, and the aubergine, while it did move a little bit, it wasn't as bad as the black. And then the Marc Jacobs Blackberry. Beautiful. Have it on today. This is their fine liner. I like all of the Marc Jacobs pencils. If you have watched me for any, again, for any length of time, you know Marc Jacobs pencils are my kind of kryptonite. So, very happy with those. So that's it for the eyes. Like, obviously I didn't do brows and stuff, because if you watched the introduction to this project, little project, I'm only talking about brows and mascara when I'm introducing a new product, which I will be in March because my mascara is 3 months old, but I won't be introducing a new brow product. But I don't feel the need to recap those every month when they're the same until I use them up. Let's look at lip products. Oh, I missed a cream eyeshadow. The Essence Metal Shock eyeshadow. I have this on today. It's very thin and very watery, so again, something I don't think is going to pass another next declutter. Like if it was opaque this color on my lid, I'd like it. But it's very thin and watery and doesn't give me that. Oh, hiccups. Okay, lips for lip liners. I feel like I'm missing a lip product. I feel like I must have a lip product in my purse. One moment. Had two. Whoa. I had two of my lip products in my makeup bag. So, let's start with lip liners. We have the Bite lip pencil in 010 and the Dose of Colours in Truffle. They're both really nice formulas. The Bite one is not available anymore, sorry, but I do think it's really comparable to the MAC one, so I think you're fine there. Dose of Colours is the kind of twist-uppy one, which I really like because I hate sharpening things. But that does usually mean these ones dry out a little bit quicker, so I'm going to be aware of that and keeping that going. But they were both really nice and worked with the lip products I had going. The products that were in my handbag were the M Cosmetics Lip Cushion Tinted Lip Luminizer in Venetian Rose. I have a thing for these clicky lip products at the moment. They're just beautiful, shiny gloriousness. I'm going to put a little bit over the top of what I have on at the moment. Just gives you that little extra shine and is super comfortable. I really enjoy this. I don't know if they have other colours that I'd love because, as I said before, the Venetian Rose colour is very much something I like, but if they come out with a Venetian Rose eyeshadow palette, I would get that. I would make an order for that because the other blush colour is Faded Clementine, and they've just come out with an eyeshadow palette in Faded Clementine. So my thinking is they'll now come out with a eyeshadow palette in Venetian Rose since they just came out with the blush in Venetian Rose. So if they do that, they come out with an eyeshadow palette in Venetian Rose. I'd get that and the blush, and I'd get more of these. I haven't tried the Infinite Lip Cloud enough to know if that is something I'd repurchase yet, but I would get more of these in a heartbeat. That is the only M Cosmetics product that I have that I didn't have in my monthly makeup basket this month. I didn't even realise that. The other one that was in my bag was the Wayne Goss Lip Gloss in Cherry Blossom. This is a slightly peachy or nudie colour. I wore this with just the Dose of Colours Truffle lip liner, and it was a really nice, gorgeous. It's a high shine gloss. It is high shine, but it's not sticky and it stayed quite well for a gloss. Very happy. Something I just kind of threw on every once in a while, the Revlon Tinted Lip Oil in Bouncy Beige. Bouncy Beige. Really like this. It's not a lip colour product, but just when I'm hanging around the house, this is quite nice to throw on for some hydration. What I had on before I went and added the Venetian Rose on over the top is the Estee Lauder Pure Colour Envy lipstick in Knockout Nude. This is very much a Hannah colour. I did swatch this in the other video, but it's a very thin formula, very creamy formula, and the colour is really beautiful. So real happy with that. And then we had the Dose of Colours Velvet Mousse liquid lipstick in truffle as well. This formula is that little bit creamier. It doesn't fully dry down like their liquid lipstick, but very pretty. Liked it a lot. Alright, so we had mostly winners. We had 2 duds, but otherwise everything else is basically a winner this month, which is a great feeling. Oh my goodness, I still have the hiccups. Alright, so give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below what you think of these products. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and click subscribe to stay tuned for more videos. The next one will be my March introduction video, and I'll see you then. Bye guys.